Plumbing First Fix. We're going to look at the Plumbing First Fix section of the NHE Plus. Plumbing works will more often than not be contracted out to a plumber, but on many jobs we still need to allow for the cost of the plumbing in our quote and work schedules. In the First Fix Plumbing section of the NHE, we can allow for the costs of any plumbing work that we need to include for the job as a whole. If we need a specialised plumbing programme, then Easy Price Pro do produce one, called Easy Plumbing. It's designed specifically for pricing up plumbing works, and estimates on a room-by-room basis. If we're not allowing for any plumbing works in our quote, then we can close this section by checking this box here. Let's just reopen it. The First Fix Plumbing section is really flexible. We can enter an overall lump PC sum from a contractor, we can enter the details and include it in our quote, or we can enter the details and make it into a PC sum. We'll take a look at all the options. PC sum options. Okay, if we're using a contractor to do the plumbing work, and they've already given us a price, we can allow for this as a First Fix Plumbing lump PC sum. It does involve adding in an extra row that can't be removed. We won't actually be using this method on our job, so to show you how this works, we'll just open another quote. Okay, we're in the First Fix Plumbing section of another quote. We've gone to a plumber who's given us an overall price for the work, and we're going to include this in our quote as a PC sum. We don't complete any of the blue boxes in the First Fix Plumbing section. We just go straight to the bottom right-hand side of this section and tick the PC sum box. We're provided with a form. This contains an explanation about PC sums and the different ways we can use them. If we click the blue info icon, we're given even more information. We'll click OK. The programme will now add an extra row into the pricing sheet for us. This will take a few moments. Now, we just use this form to enter in the information that we've been given by the contractor. By default, the description of this is PC sum for First Fix Plumbing. We can change this if we want. We'll use this first drop-down and select Material. Now, because we're entering overall costs, we will skip these other boxes and we'll just go straight to the hours box. To ensure that work schedules are correct, it really is best to make sure that the contractor provides a timescale with a breakdown of the materials and plant costs. We enter in the hours, select the trade. Now we enter in the cost. We'll see that as we have entered hours, some of the financial value has been allocated to the labour column. We type the material cost into this red box. State that there is one of these. See, the cost is now in the material column. If we have been provided with a breakdown for plant, just type it into this white box. The PC sum box is ticked, so in all of our reports this will be clearly marked as a PC sum, and we can deal with the markups for it in the PC sum section. We'll now go back to our main quote and look at the other ways we can allow for plumbing first fix in our quote. Entering plumbing items. Okay, we're now back at our quote. We're going to enter the details of the items that we will require for the first fix plumbing on this job. It's really straightforward. We just start at the top and fill in the boxes, entering in the quantities of what we'll need. Water pipe work is first. We can use the drop-down menu to select the size and type of pipe that we want. There are lots of preloaded options, including copper and plastic. When the material is selected, just enter the quantity that will be required. We'll put in 211 linear metres of this 15mm pipe and 44 linear metres of this 22mm pipe. Next we have the waste pipe options. Again, we can enter two different types of pipe. We'll put in 18 linear metres of this 40mm pipe and 11 linear metres of this 60mm pipe. We'll notice that the clips for this pipework are automatically worked out for us. We can click the question marks, see how they're being calculated, and we can adjust the default spacing if we want. Now we enter any soil stack. We'll put in 16 linear metres. Again, everything works out, including the clips, and we can view the spacing for these and change them if we want. We do need to enter any air admittance valves for our soil stack. We'll put in 3. Because we entered a tank stand in our first fix carpentry, the NHE Plus has allowed for a loft tank here. We'll notice this is in a yellow box. If we don't want it, we can remove it. The default setting is 1 loft tank per tank stand, but we can increase this if we want, or remove it if it's not needed. Okay, so we've now entered all the details for our first fix plumbing. Earlier in this movie, we looked at how we could just add in a PC lump sum for this part of the job. We have now entered in the details. But if, for example, we've not had the opportunity to get a quote from a plumber, or we just want to submit this as a PC sum, then we can. We just tick this box here. We're provided with a small form. This explains how the programme deals with PC sums, and we can access a help PDF that contains even more information by clicking the blue info icon. The NHE Plus does enable us to add a unique markup to our PC sums on the summary sheet. If we go to the summary sheet, we can see that any sections that are a PC sum are colour-coded. With PC sums, once the markups have been added, the programme will then round the figure up to the next £100. We'll just go back to the pricing sheet. If we didn't want this to be a PC sum, we'd just untick this box. Extra row and totals. If we need to add any additional items to the first fixed plumbing section of our pricing sheet, we can add an extra row by clicking this button here. We can click this blue info icon for further help. The totals for our first fixed plumbing are here.